We're going to factor what's called special forms. I mean, special ones, there's kind of a shortcut. The first one is difference of squares. That means if we have a subtraction sign and we have two squares, that means numbers that fall in the categories 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, 36, 49, 64, 81, 100. Then we're going to factor in this format. And in this case, we have a 4 and we have a 1. And we have a subtraction sign. So all you do to do difference of squares is take the x's, put a plus and a minus. It's always plus minus, and then whatever the square root of 4 is, which happens to be 2. So if we look at this second one, we have a 81, which if you look over here is one of them, and 49, which is over here. So we're going to go the split it apart, which is 9. The x's get split apart, so 9. And then we have a plus and a minus, and it happens to be 7. So the square root of the number, which you can press in your calculator, square root of 81, that's where I get the 9 from, and the square root of 49, that's where I get the 7 from. If we go back over here to the original problem, square root of 4 is where we get the 2's from. So now we want to go through the type of problems that we'll see on the test. We want to factor out the greatest common factor first when it's possible. So we look at this problem right here. 3x is common. And so when I take out the 3x, I get 4x squared minus 1. Now, if you look inside the parentheses, 4 and a 1 happen to fall into our category. So we're going to split apart and go plus, and split apart and go minus. Next one, same thing. If we look at 80 minus 125x squared, and we take out the greatest common factor, which in this case, let me think about it. The greatest common factor is 5. So if I take that part out, I'm going to be left with, what does that go into? Is 16, and that would be a minus 25x squared. And once again, we have a perfect squares right here, so it'll be 5, and I'm going to split apart the 16, plus split apart the 25, and then I'm going to do a minus of the exact same factors. So there is our answer for that one. So repeated ones is when we have to keep factoring as long as we can factor inside the parentheses. So the first thing I want to look at is we have perfect squares, because 4 is a perfect square. So in this case, I'm going to split apart the 4's, and I'm going to go plus 9, and I'm going to split apart the 4's to x squared minus 9. This one is done, but this one is a difference of squares. So I'm going to split that x again, and I'm going to go plus, and I'm going to go minus. And we still have our x squared plus 9 as a factor. So it's kind of like the greatest common factor, except that it's not, it's using the difference of squares. So our answer is all 3 of those factors. Now these problems, if you see perfect squares as your number, that's a perfect square, and it happens to add up to the middle number, all we have to do is use it, but now we're going to use it twice. And often this is written with the square sign. So if you think about it, 2 numbers multiplied to give us 9 and add up to 6. Well, 3 and 3 do that. So that's how you do a trinomial. But if you see it's a perfect square, oftentimes it works out perfectly. So if we look at this next one, 64 is a perfect square. And if you take the perfect square, which is 8, and you add that, you can get negative 16. So x minus 8 squared. Our next type of problem is 2 variables. So I have a perfect square in the 25 and the 16. So I'm going to split them apart. That's the square root. But I'm also going to split apart the y's. And in this case, there's my square. What we're going to do is called the sum or difference of cubes. That means when you have a cube. And in this case, if you look, we have a cube. And we have a cube root of 8. So all we're going to do is that for x is our a, and the 8 is our b. So if we take and cube root x, we get x. And cube root of 8, we get 2. So there is our a and b, x and 2. This is a, this is b. So now I'm going to multiply that by, and it says square a. So I'm going to square x. Then it says take a and b to times them. 2 times x is 2x. And that should have been a minus sign, my fault. This is a minus sign on the formula. So this is a subtraction. And then we're going to square b, which happens to be 2 squared, which is 4. And so there is my answer of a cube. Now let's look at this next one. 27, if you take the cube root, that means if I take this into my calculator, I'm going to get 3. So I have 3 minus, so 3 minus y. And the subtraction says, if we look up here, square the first one, so that's 9. Multiply them, so I'm going to get a positive 3y. And then I'm going to square b, so I'm going to square the y. And that's how we get by using the formula. So when you have a subtraction, the first one's subtraction, the rest are addition. When you have addition, the first one's addition, and the first one then changes to subtraction. And so there is my answer using the formula.